Hey everybody. All right, we are halfway through 2023, if you can believe it. When we hit July 1st, we're halfway through the year of 2023. So let's talk about what's happened here at the Lake Anna real estate market over the last 6 months, the first half of 2023. And to give us a little context and understanding, I'd like to compare and contrast it to the first half of last year, 2022, as well as the first half of the year before, 2021, when we were in the heart of COVID. All right, so this year, the first 6 months, we've had a total number of sales at Lake Anna of 81. 81 Lake Anna properties have closed this year thus far. Compared to last year, there were 119, and the year before, when we were in the heart of COVID, there were 138 deals that had closed in the first half of 2021. So the number for 81 this year represents an approximately 30% drop in the number of transactions in the first 6 months of this year as compared to last year. So why? Number one, this is probably the primary reason, we are no longer in the white hot COVID market that we were in 2020, 2021, and a little bit of 2022. We're now in what I like to call the red hot post-COVID market. So that has caused the sales to slump a bit more back towards the normal pace of things. The supply of homes, as you've probably heard by now, is also lower. The supply of homes for sale. There are fewer homes for sale right now than normal historical levels, so that is causing the pace of transactions to be a little slower. And again, as you've probably heard by now, the mortgage borrowing interest rates are higher than they typically are, which is because they're in the low sixes, mid sixes right now, and that's causing some of the buyers who would like to buy to wait. And I'll address why that might not be the smartest play right now for buyers, but that's certainly causing the higher interest rates, is certainly causing a slower pace of deals here at Lake Anna and nationally. But we have a total number of sales here in the market so far this year, in the first half of the year, of 81. Get this, the median sales price, let's talk about that. Median sales price for deals that have closed so far here at Lake Anna this year is $700,000. That's the median sales price for those 81 that have closed. Compared to last year, the first 6 months, median sales price was $540. So last year was $540. The year before that was $442. So that marks a 23% increase in the average closed sales price from last year, and 37% increased closed median sales price from the year before. Bottom line, prices are going up and up. That's primarily due to the increased demand due to the lower supply of homes that are for sale. Low supply drives up demand, drives up prices. So the sellers that were selling this year were happy for that reason. They're getting top dollar, higher than the last year, higher than the year before. The higher median sales prices also due to increased demand due to the national media coverage Lake Anna has recently gotten as being the top short-term rental market in the United States. In case you hadn't heard, in the last 12 months, Fox News, Fortune Magazine, Bloomberg have all said that Lake Anna, right here, is the top producing short-term rental market in the United States, just in terms of its relatively low cost to get in and high return on the capital investments. Moving to the next data point, the median days on market for the first 6 months here at Lake Anna has been 18, which means it takes sellers approximately 18 days, the median number, 18 days to get their house under contract once they put it on the market. Compared to the first 6 months of last year, it was 9 days, and the first 6 months of 2021, it was 8 days. So we've certainly seen the speed of transactions slow a bit now to 18 days to get it under contract, but that is still very, very fast. To get a home under contract in 18 days is very quick, and that's where we've been, the median number for the first 6 months of 2023. Total number of waterfront sales thus far, first half of 2023, is 39. Last year, the first half, there were 55 waterfront homes that had sold. And in 2021, the first 6 months, there were 61 that had sold. So we went from 61 waterfront home sales down to 55, and this year so far, as of July 1st, 39. For the first 6 months of this year, the first half of this year, the median waterfront price, a little over $1 million, $1,085,000. Last year, the median waterfront price was just a hair less than that, $1,011,000. And then back in 2021, for the first 6 months, the median waterfront price was $825,000. So you can see the price of all the homes, the average, the waterfront, as well as the water access, which I'll talk about in a minute, just climbing up, up, and up. For the first 6 months here at Lake Anna, we've had a total of 42 water access homes sell. 39 waterfront, 42 water access. First 6 months of last year, there were 64 that sold. And then the first 6 months of 2021, there were 77 that sold. And again, you can see the trend, how it slowed a bit, again, due to the lack of supply of homes for sale and the borrowing rates being a little bit higher now than they were last year and the year before. First 6 months of this year, 2023, the median water access sales price was $493,000, $493,000. Last year, $392,000. Year before that, $360,000. So you can see across the board over the last 3 years, we're seeing a steady increase in sales price, and there has been a slow decrease in the volume. So what are your takeaways here? Well, I think the most important takeaway here is that the Lake Anna real estate market is healthy and it's thriving. We have a healthy volume that's unfolding. There is a good volume of sales that's happening. And we're definitely seeing a healthy price appreciation. Again, those numbers show that the average sales prices, the median sales prices over the last 3 years are going up, up, and up. So, if you bought a house 2 or 3 years ago and you were to have sold it just in the last 6 months, you likely saw 20 to 30% appreciation in your sale. And if you were an investor, you were also earning additional passive income off of your gross rental income receipts. Beats any stock investment you could have right now, that's for sure. So what are some of the other takeaways here? Well, if you're a seller, if you're having any thoughts of selling, if you're thinking about selling, now the time is absolutely ripe to sell here at Lake Anna. The time is right primarily because the supplies of available homes for sale are very, very low. There's just not a lot of homes for sale. Right now here at Lake Anna, there are approximately 60 homes for sale. Many of those, probably a third or more, haven't been built yet. They're new construction. So right now there are roughly 20 waterfront homes for sale, actual existing waterfront homes, and only 7 water access homes for sale. So if you're a seller and you come into that market, there's not a lot of competition with other sellers, and the demand for your property is very, very high. That's going to lead to you getting top dollar in a short amount of time, and again, that average is about 18 days right now. If you're a buyer or you're thinking about buying here at Lake Anna, there is not, as I've said, the supplies of homes are lower right now, so there's not as much to choose from, as many options as you would have had, say, 3 or 4 years ago. But the supply is steadily increasing. I believe we're up to 63 homes for sale right now. A couple of months ago, that number was in the low 50s. If you're a buyer who would be open to new construction, now is a great time to consider that, because there are 20 to 25 new construction opportunities here at the lake, both waterfront and water access, and there are also plenty of lots for sale. Water access lots, and then there are a few waterfront lots for sale where you could buy the lot, bring your own builder, and build your own custom house. Another piece of good news for the buyers is that interest rates are slowly dropping. I think we're going to see them in the 5s later this year or next year. But word to the wise, if you're a buyer, don't wait for the interest rates to drop to buy your home. And here's why. When the interest rates do drop, a lot of the buyers who have been waiting for them to drop are going to flood the market. And when that happens, it's going to drive demand up, and your prices are going to increase drastically. So better now to buy it at a slightly elevated interest rate, but to get the home for $50,000 or $100,000 less expensive, instead of waiting 6 months or a year and you get a slightly better interest rate, but guess what? You're paying an additional $50,000 or $100,000 for the home. Better to buy it now, get the elevated interest rate. I just did this last year. And then in a year or two, as the rates drop, just refinance and you'll get the lower interest rate and you'll get the lower monthly payment. Thank you for your time. My name is Grayson Hoffman. I'm a resident and a full-time agent here at the lake. Give us a call if there's anything we can do to help.